Hey, welcome back to TBF, Total Battle Forever. As always, is your tips, techniques, and tactics and way to play this game and go and beyond. Today is a concept idea that we already know, and a lot of us have already been there, but also for those who are new, the concept idea of playing free. Is that possible? Yes or no? The thing is, the answer is you can play this game freely. However, at the same time, no, because you have to put money in first to achieve that. You cannot come into this game and say, all right, I'm going to play this game free. I'm not going to put a cent in. It's going to be dead easy. It's just a game, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. I get it. We've been there. We hear that. But reality is, no, you can't. You can't go into this game and you can't really go into any game that's pay to win and just say, you know what, I'm just going to play free from the get-go and that's how I'm going to play this. Thing is, if you're going to do this, you're not going to last long in this game, not in Total Battle. Unfortunately, the way this game is made, especially those who have seen it, and I'm pretty sure you guys would agree on, is that you ultimately have to put money at the start. No matter how you do this, you need to start up first putting money in. Because by doing so, you're building the building blocks of first of all, your knowledge how to play this game properly. You're going to be able to get people to follow you properly because this game is a social game. And then thirdly, by doing so, you're actually learning the tips and tricks and techniques in order to be able to reach that level to play freely. So let me walk you through it today, how to do that properly. First step is this, cross it out of your mind that you can play this game free at the start. You just can't. It's just, if you want to go in the long term, you just can't. So cross it out that you can, because it's not possible. And those who can, I'd love to hear it, because I don't think you're lying, because I don't think that's actually possible. So love to hear it down below if you want to have a little discussion about, because that's going to bring up a lot of ideas. However, those who are actually taking this properly, let me explain why you can't play that way, okay? And now there's a reason for this. If you walk in here as a noob and you have no idea what's going on, do you think you want to follow that person? The answer is going to be no. You will not actively follow someone who's like that. Also, you can't walk into this game and play freely for the whole long, because the admin only allows you to play freely at the start. It reaches a point where you hit a dead wall, and that dead wall will go to you if you're not going to put in some money in, or you're not going to be in a clan that's going to build you up there. You can't grow further than that point. And that happens to all of us. It's going to say to you, put some money in. And that's also plays on your idea. Are you in the right clan? Is this game for you? And do you want to go beyond that? But I applaud you that if you choose to go beyond that, there's so much you can achieve from this game. There's so much in Total Battle that you can do that you'd be surprised exactly how far and how long have people have played this game in the long run. And I happen to be one of those players. And so I'm giving this guidance, so take it on or don't. It's up to you, but I hope this helps you out. Okay, next point is this. When you go in here, to be honest, the person who actually has the highest advantage is always going to be the leader. Now, let me explain why. When you come in here, the leader has a dead point choice of doing two things. Now, one, you can manage to scavenge enough dragon coins and the dragon mounts to be able to establish your first clan. And by building your first clan, that 1.5 gold, you can be able to establish your title, your name, your logo, whatever you want, and that kind of establish your building blocks. And as a leader, you can start pretty much reining in all the people to join your clan. And this actually works best when you're in a closed kingdom. Not an open one, a closed kingdom. Why? Because all the players haven't been saturated yet, right? They have all the good players that still an opportunity to take them all. And this really works best in a closed kingdom. So the leader has the highest opportunity to play freely. The highest opportunity, but it's a tough route. It's a tough route to take. And in this, now it's about collecting the best of the best players if they haven't been taken already. Now you're going to find that when you go in this game, the admin are going to throw you into a random kingdom, especially the newer ones, that may or may not have already started off yet. But let me tell you this, you can actually land yourself into a kingdom that has no grounding yet, they haven't competed in COD yet. Those who don't know it, that's Clash of the Thrones. And yeah, I repeat myself every now and then because you have to remember there's some new people that join this channel. Okay, crossing that other side a little bit, if you jumped into this, some kingdoms have not started yet. And these ones are great to go into because they haven't saturated all the players yet. And there's also a little thing which you guys may not be aware, that you can actually go into your capital and actually look into your menu where you can drop down and actually find the top 100 players that's within your kingdom. You can already discover it very early. You guys may not know it, but I can show you that a bit later. In doing so, you now actually can socially reach out to these players and pull them on your side before they've been taken away. You also can actually discover very quickly within the kingdom chats those who are on the gold path, merely by seeing that their names are either black means they have nothing involved, they're not in any gold paths, and yellow or golden color, whatever your eyesight color is, you'll be able to notice that these are the players that are on a gold pass, and you want these players. No matter how low level they are, it's not a big deal. You just want these players because Gold Pass members are the ones that are actually thinking about taking this game a bit seriously. They actually already put money in because that's a monthly package that has a lot of value, and also you want these players because it builds your clan. Now, I've said this before in previous episodes, but this one is in order for you to pay freely. Okay, now let me walk you down further. There's a lot of steps in this to get here, but this will work. Okay, you're a leader. You managed to scavenge up your dragon clans. You're actually in your first steps of playing free. However, sometimes you may have to put in a little real money in to generate that, which won't cost you too much because it's too early in the game, okay? Now you're in a position of leadership. You have your own clan. You're accepting almost everyone in, and you're kicking them out as you go so you can generate chests. This works only when there's a domes to one, and it's kicking them out, and you gain their chests, and you're gonna kick them out, and you keep doing it until you gain so much chests. It's a really nasty way of playing, but it also generates the chests you need for your clan. And what's gonna happen is that in your little area, you're gonna start accumulating so many players around you, and it's gonna like overpopulate the area, but it's no big deal. You can fly away somewhere else and teleport in a more clearer spot. But while you're generating chests for your clan, you're still establishing yourself, this is a method that you can take, okay? So now you're building your chests, you built your clan, you're now moving on to the next stage. Now your next stage is here. Okay, I've just have a choice. I have a choice to go on the total package once or go on the gold pass, but I don't really need this. I'm the leader here. I can direct my clan in the right direction, and you need to have some concept ideas to play this game properly because everyone's trying to grow. Everyone is trying to get there somewhere, and some of them are even more attentive. They wanted to become a leader and be able to do well themselves in court and become a king and rule the kingdom. But that's, again, another story. We're looking at playing freely. It starts off by being leader as one way and probably the best way to do it, okay? So that's all done. You've now established yourself with the best players you can gather, okay? The best players you're able to get, and you got some players that are on gold pass. You kind of go in the right direction. This is the early stages of getting there. But here's the thing. In the long run as a whole, as a bigger picture, you need a mixture of players that have Hercules, and if you do, that's fantastic because these people were able to help take down epics. You need players that, if you can, have some players that's already in a Boolean light. If you can do that, you're actually in a safe zone because one, they're your big guns that they can take down epics just by themselves. They're able to do that. But you're also able to do this with a team. You want to have a mixture of players that are from tier 7 and up, okay? You want tier 7 guard players that have a mixture of, very balanced, very leveled out guards, specialists, and monsters. Not about counterbolts. Guards, specialists, and monsters are the same level at best from tier 7 and up. So you want players at that level. I know you're going to say, oh yeah, but how about my tier 5, tier 6 players? No, those players alone can't achieve this goal playing freely, not ultimate freedom. And this is for your clan and for yourself, okay? This is for both of you guys, for your team, for your clan. If you can mix this up properly, you want players that are in a Boolean light, that can take down epics by themselves. But you also want players that are tier 7 and up only. If you can get that first mixture, you're on the right path for playing freely. The next step is that you want to be able to ultimately make sure that the crypts you're collecting are level 25 and up only. And the concept idea is from here is that you want to make sure the chests that you're collecting are 20 level 25 chests and over, or 40 level 25 chests and over, and of course the bigger players, 60 chests 25 plus and over, and just epic chests alone only. And there's another thing about it too. So why such a high level? Why such a large amount? There's a reason for this. You want to get into worlds, you need to play at a world level. There's a reason why we have the top 100 players out there. It's because they have a very committed team, they have a committed process. And you must commit to those rules. Mandatory rules for all your players, a mandatory rule to yourself. And the lifeblood of a clan is its chest. The chest provides all the resources, silver and gold, tar of all levels that need to be able to get to that level. That is a proven concept that works. It works well, and you know this if you fly around a little bit and join other clans, you know that. But it needs a mixture of things. You need to be able to feed SpongeBob, the ancient summoning Tin Man, every week. You need to be able to feed it every single week, and it needs to level up. Now, for those who don't know, you can level that beast up from level 0 to level 250. But to play freely, I actually strongly feel that the Tin Man must be at a bare minimum level 160. Level 160 and up is, I think it's a safe number to say, when you start actually doing it properly. And yes, if you have a very high and strong team, you're going to kill it straight away. I get it, I know, but 100 to 160, it's not a bad approach to go from this. Now, not looking at worlds, but looking at just being able to play freely, a ancient summoning at level 160 is a good number to start off with, and repeat the cycle over and over again if you're not yet to a point where you can constantly push it up to an extreme level. Now, an idea that works a lot with a lot of clans, they usually push the summoning, the ancient summoning, when they get to a point where you can't kill it anymore, and start rebooting the clan from scratch. Reason why? Because you don't have the numbers or the people to do it. You just don't have the players to keep killing it at a certain level, and you get stuck. And if you get stuck, that's bad, because you're trying to play this game freely, you're trying to push your clan to a high level, you need to push your summoning to a high level. It's a necessity. Anyway, I'll keep it short for now. This is a continuation episode, because to play freely, there's a lot of steps involved. As always, leave a like, leave a dislike, put a comment down below. This is a continuation series. I implore you to follow on if you want to learn how to play this game free, and I'll show you everything to get there. Anyway, again, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike. Stick by me and stick by you. Call out with me if you want to contact me. If you want to share ideas or miss something, say down below, because this is the first episode to Playing Free. I'll talk to you guys soon, and as always, TBF, Total Battle Forever. See you guys soon. Bye.